Hi, it's me, Terry. This segment is called The Art of Power. Now, I think the term may have, there's a book called The Art of Power by Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a very famous Vietnamese monk, Buddhist monk that I have a very personal connection to in a spiritual sense. I don't know him personally, but I go to some of his facilities in France and upstate New York. And his wisdom is incredible. And there's a book also written called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And it's essentially, the premise of these books is to help leaders, or to help the person, the leadership of oneself, see that we have strength, we have power, we have force, we have influence on other people, but to use it wisely. Now, as a leader, when you're gaining, I would say, trust, and your followers, so to speak, the people, your constituents, the ones that like you and trust you, they're looking at you for advice. They're looking at you for the direction. Now, great leaders are ones that can empower others with the skills that they have. You know, the technique, the knowledge, the communication, their intelligence, their wisdom, and help other people feel the very same feeling that will in turn create other leaders. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't non-leaders out there. But the important thing is when you're a leader and you have this degree of influence or power, that you respect it. You respect other people and you don't create codependency. Now, we don't want, and we want to avoid, I shouldn't say don't want, but avoiding codependency and creating interdependency is everything. It's everything in relationships, husband and wife, son and father, my clientele and myself. You know, I'm looking. I have them use me as a conduit or a resource to information. I live it. It empowers them or inspires them to follow through. They get the knowledge, they get the leadership from me, but in turn, in their life, they become the leaders and the masters of themselves and other people and other people's visions as well. So you understand that there can be some negativity or fallout from creating too much codependency as a leader. And you can see this happen in management programs. And I'm going to do a segment on the failure of leadership and how it fails in a management sense in business, and some of the old paradigms that are used that are ineffective. And you can see them on a small scale. They're ineffective in relationships of any type. That we tend to think that if we give rules and lead with fear, and we lead with cause and effect, and if you don't do, and there are consequences, that's a good leadership style, and it can be effective in the military, but that's a whole other thing. But there are examples where it is effective and there it isn't effective. But just be mindful of that fact, and be aware when you're actually speaking in your clientele or your business. Okay?